From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
The cool thing about a drive starting a run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Again, it's Hampton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, ram. Black 80, black. Let's go. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Set. 380. Green out. Baylor Tiger. Hey, easy. Home trips right. 5'9". Hey, Ray. Go.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He gets it again to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. That's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29.
Hey, count.
This is Hampton, right side. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. blocker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 50, green. Cut.
Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get 23 on that one. That's a Vegas 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Set, ready.
That's complete to Bowers outright. And he's brought down at the line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Design quarterback run here. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 blue. Ready.
This time, looking to throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Brady incompletion still at the 38. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Blaster, 6. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Strike. Check, strike it. Here we go, set. Yellow, 22. Set.
Here's Genty running right. So calling a half dozen on that lug drop. It's 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about a good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
32. Hut, hut.
He's going to throw this one. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Raider first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Hey, close steal. Here we go. Up, yellow, black, 95. Hut, hut.
Genty on the give. He's headed right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they're going to behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Yellow, down. 52 black, 53. Bro, 52. Chop, 17.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Yellow. Set. 52 blue. Black ultra. Set. Go.
That one connects. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Here's Hampton, open and drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled there by Mike Green.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. So before third down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Set.
Back to Hampton. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
380. 380. Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
46-yard line.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. Baylor touch. 380.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. It's complete to Johnston. Now right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Baylor Tiger.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Let's go. Hey. Crowd right. Ready.
Herbert from the gun. That one's good to McConkey. And he's stopped as he gets this one down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He's got it in the red zone. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a second quarter lead.
You know what a run like that does for everything? For the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again. And not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25. A couple yards short at the 23.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Check.
Starting this drive with a design run. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And off to Genty. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back. quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Steal. Check. Set. Hut. 33. Yellow.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More football from SoFi in just a moment. They've got first down here from the 36.
Hey, no steal. Here we go. Set. Check. Hut.
Back to Genty. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas. And you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run. Get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
In the huddle, here's first and goal.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready. Ready. Ready.
Here's Genty. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It'll be a 5-yard gain. That brings up third and goal.
Set. Blue 32.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it fourth and goal.
3 yards. It's 4th and goal.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. So they could try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red 38, black ultra. White. Cut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Black shot.
They send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. This one finds Thornton. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Las Vegas, first down.
Check, man.
Giving this to Genty. Still has some space inside the 35. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown.
Las Vegas.
The Raiders take the lead right away in half number 2.
Okay, so many of these defenses today are all about what? Stopping the explosive play, especially in the passing game. But to give up a run, an explosive run for a touchdown, that can just be demoralizing.
They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
Chargers, 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Inside give to Hampton. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Baylor Tiger. Let's go. Ready.
Throwing now, Herbert. Catch is made. That's Trey Harris. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Home troops right. Set. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Hey, Kappa. 21. Set.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out. Just need one more step there to reach midfield. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
First and 10.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Go.
Hampton trying the left side. On the move past the 40. And he takes it down to the 33. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. That's going to be good for an LA first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Kappa. Set.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Set. Grenade. Hey, Ray. Wide in hot. Crowd right. Ready.
Now Herbert to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Hey, go lion. Set. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9.
Third and long for him here. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Mitchell on the give, headed left. He got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on first down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Set. 59. Let's go.
Running it with Hampton. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
Okay, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Let's go. Set.
Herbert back to throw. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Raiders 17. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Stick and green.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Check steal. Here we go. Set. Black clock. Ready.
Now it's Genty. A lot of space ahead. He gets loose down the right side. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a lead just before the end of the 3rd.
Okay, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you. It's about the guys up front, the receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
24. Chargers 21.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set. 380. Ground. Ready.
Hampton now up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in
Brings up
trailing.
2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Set. Set.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's tackled at the
The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Set. 12. 380. Ground. Crowd right. Hey, ram. Home troops right. Hey, go lion. Ready.
Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over at 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Cut.
First play is going to be a give to Jency. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for the game.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
52 blue. 6. Mega. Grill green. Blue striker. Set.
Looking in the air here. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Yellow. 60 red. 60 red.
He'll throw it. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. Looking quickly here. Putting the tight end in motion. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Got it?
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far.
Ready. Right foot, red, cycle. Right, right. Ready?
Back to throw it. On the move, headed right. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Baylor tight. Go.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. Moving there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. 380. 380.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. As a man, it's Lambert Smith. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down. Raiders going with some dime coverage here.
Set. Hey, Ray. 380. 59. Hey, Ram. 21. 5-9. Set.
Looking to throw. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over at 1st and 10. At the
1st and 10 from the 43.
Strike. Check, striker. Hut.
Coming left is Genty. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. They send with that sack in my block. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Raiders only up by a few. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready. Hut.
Quick throw on the RPO. It's Bowers. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Nickel look by the Chargers here. 3rd down.
Blue striker. Here we go. Set. Red 36. Mega.
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And that's a Raiders 1st down. More than that, Brock. It should seal away the win for him.
To number 84.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Set, ready.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
Set.
Here's a design run. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improved to 2-0. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.